Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Let's talk about gold.
The gold. Well, you are like the gold standard.
Thank you.
So, I guess we should talk about gold.
I read an article recently that said gold is at an all-time high
Excellent.
based on, uncertainty in the world and anything else that the headline says.
Okay. An all-time high. Nice.
And I had purchased a gold coin last November or December,
Okay.
and it's up now 40%.
Nice.
7 months later, which outperformed the stock market.
Okay. And do you still have that coin?
I do.
Are you going to sell the coin?
No, because I just kind of collect them every once in a
So
while.
it's really only up. It's not, you haven't really gained much.
That's right.
You've only gained in concept, not in the actual pocket.
And it's not even on paper.
Oh, of
I
course.
just gained in gold.
Okay.
The value of gold. But what's interesting about that headline is it said it's at an all-time high,
Okay.
which was just a little bit more than where it was over 9 years ago.
All right.
So the 9 years in between, it's like this big V or a big U,
Okay.
where it was over $1,800 an ounce, and then it went down to $1,200 an ounce, and just now it's back to where it was 9 years ago.
Okay. Well, I suppose that's going to happen with most investments. They're going
So-
to go up and they're going to go down.
So my performance over the last 6 months is a little misleading because essentially it gained 40% over the last 6 months, but it also gained about 0 over the last 9 years.
Okay. All right. So, gold as an investment. I mean, is this a good thing? What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are that it's not an investment.
Okay.
It's a speculation, because I consider an investment something that creates value.
Okay.
And gold, my coin sitting on the shelf or in the safe, doesn't create value. It may be more or less valuable, but it doesn't actually do anything.
Interesting.
So it could be part of a portfolio as a way to reduce risk of the entire portfolio because it does act differently than stocks at different times. Although arguably the last 5 years it's met the returns of the stock market. But that's just by chance because there are times where it outperforms like the last 6 months, but there are times if you look at history over 20 or 30 or 100 years, it woefully underperforms because it's not creating wealth.
Okay. It's just holding wealth.
It's holding some value that...
Unless, of course, the government comes along and says, we want all your gold, like they did in the...
Yeah, in the 30s.
30s?
Does that make that more valuable or less valuable?
I think it makes it more valuable to the government and less valuable to the person who just lost their gold.
To my pocket.
Yes.
So gold, for some, can be a part of a portfolio,
Okay.
but it's not, in my view, an investment.
All right.
And it would reduce the risk of the entire portfolio by having low correlation with other things in the portfolio.
Okay. So I guess we could say it could be perhaps an element of a portfolio.
I like that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to kind of step beyond gold itself, there are those that invest in things around gold, like mining.
Right.
See, that's a company
Okay.
that mines gold or produces gold. And then there are mutual funds or ETFs that invest in gold mining companies. So that's a way where wealth is created. We're bringing it out of the ground, and we're going to put it into the market, and there's a value in that beyond the price of the gold.
Interesting.
And then we could step beyond gold to other minerals,
Right.
other natural resources, and the same could be said about each of those.
Well, that brings me to the thought of one of my favorite politicians.
Let's hear it.
He had the bumper sticker, AUH2O, Barry Goldwater.
Nice.
All right. So on that note, if you would like to talk about gold or financial planning
Or see my little gold coin again.
or see Dan's little gold coin,
Give me a call, 757-903-2127.
all right. Very good. And the website?
Joss Brown.
Excellent. JossBrown.com. Thank you so much for being here for Money Talks.
Thank you.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.